Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. We are the group 2.
My name is Fatima Quizon.
My name is Julia Saliba.
My name is Almarie Vega.
My name is Angeline Vega.
And we are BSHM 1B.
Once again, good day everyone. We are the Group 2 and I am Julia Siliba, a BSHM 1B student. And I'm going to be the first reporter. So in this module, Unit 2, we're going to tackle about the history of computer and its basic computing period. So at the end of this module, you will gain familiarity of the different discoveries during the different periods. Learn different inventions and discoveries during electromechanical age that lead to the invention of today's technology. And the third one is identify different technologies and their improvements during the different generation. So let's have the application of ICT computers in our daily lives. So we all know that ICT has become the integral part of modern society. It's because it influences almost every aspect of our routines. So here are some comprehensive breakdown of its application. So the first one is in communication and social networking. So through email, we can send and receive messages. In social media, we are using FB as always and IG and Twitter. So in video conferencing, so it is a tool like Zoom or Skype that allows remote face-to-face communication. So in messaging apps like WhatsApp and Messenger that gamit nato to have voice call, video call, and chats. So the second one is education. So e-learning. So through this, we can have our online courses, tutorials, or other educational platforms. In digital libraries, so in just one click, you can access all the different articles or books na you want to read. So in virtual classroom, so there is an interactive season. So gamit ni siya sa video conferencing, pwede sa students and pwede sad siya sa business. So also in educational software sad. So the third one is in work and productivity. So ICT has been a part of work and productivity because through this we can have office suit na makatabang sa atong pagtrabaho. So we can use Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, and other
every day and has played an important role in our daily lives as students by providing us a source of vast entertainment in times of boredom, starting from streaming services. It has made us easier to watch movies, listen to music and podcasts with the help of platforms like Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, etc. And for gaming is for people who prefers interact and competition but in digital. And finally, digital art and media. This is where you'll find animation, graphic design, and video editing software. IT has improved nearly every day and plays an important role in our daily lives. As citizens, it has provided us convenience in our medical care. Starting with electronic health records, it stores and manages medical records among patients to keep it organized. And telemedicine, it is for consultation with doctors through video calls. This is for people who live farther away or have a disability or just simply don't have the ability to go through a certain location. And finally, medical research. These are computer simulations, data analysis, and modeling to advance medical science. This is for revolutionary medicine that I have no knowledge of.
Shopping and e-commerce. E-commerce.
Nowadays, with technology improving day by day, it is easier to purchase items online. With with platforms like Amazon, eBay, and various online retailers, people can find what they need and what they want in those platforms. Online payments. Once people find what they want or need, they can secure the transactions to platforms like PayPal, digital wallets, and online banking, etc. With IT and technology improving, it can also help you with travel navigation. GPS and navigation, it is finding roads and location and tracking using tools like Google Maps, wherever you are and whenever you are. Travel planning, it helps you plan on what country or what part of the world you're going by booking flights and accommodations and creating it itineraries online. With IT and technology improving, news and information will be delivered to you by the one click away of your phone. Online news, it will give you access to current events, news articles, and blogs. Second is information retrieval. You will easily look up news articles from Google for finding info on various topics.
Personal finance is about managing your income according to your financial situation and creating a budget for how you spend and save your money. Online banking, managing accounts, transferring funds, and paying bills digitally. Online banking is one important in personal finance to save money. Makatabang ni si Ja para pag-save sa money o pag-paying bills digitally. Budgeting software, tracking expenses, and managing personal finances. Home automation is the smart management of all aspects related to securities, well-being, and comfort of home or building. Smart home, controlling lights, appliances, and securities system remotely. Smart homes allow homeowners to control appliances, thermostats, lights, and other devices remotely using a smartphone or tablet through an internet connection. Voice assistant, device like Amazon Echo and Google Home for voice activated command.
History of computers. Basic computing periods. The history of computers can be divided into several basic computing periods, each characterized by significant technological advancements and innovations. Here's an overview of these periods along with some of the key inventors associated with them. So the history of computers can be divided into its character based on its characteristics. So here's its overview.
Pre-modern computing or pre-19th century. Blaise Pascal in 1642 created the mechanical calculator, also known as the Pascaline, capable and performing additions and subtraction. Blaise Pascal was a French mathematician. Pascal, also called arithmetic machine. Pre-modern computing or pre-19th century. Charles Babbage in 1822 designed the difference engine and early mechanical calculator and conceptualized the analytical engine, a mechanical general-purpose computer. Charles Babbage is known as the father of the computer because he was the first to invent the analytical engine. Mechanical computing, 19th century. Charles Babbage continued work on the analytical engine, which and concept of loops, conditional, branching, and memory.
Ada Lovelace in 1843.
She wrote the world's first programming instructions for the analytical engine, making her the world's first programmer.
Hi everyone, I'm next reporter about history of computer basic computing periods. Number 3, electromechanical computing late 19th to early 20th century. Hermann Collier noong 1880s invented the punched card tabulating machine used for processing data in the 1890 US Census. His company eventually became 1PM. According electromechanical computing late 90s to early 20th century, mao ang early types of computer that use storage wheel, rotary switches, and electromechanical relay. Ang kaning electromechanical i-convert electromagnetic to produce by magnetism. Mao ni ang isang electrical operated switch na ginagamit upang kontrolin ang isang circuit sa pamagitan ng isang electromagnetic na mekanismo. Ang electromechanical computing ay nagkokontrol ng on or off sa status sa mga operating circuit. And it was programmed by punched paper tape. Ang punched paper tape, a form of data storage device that consists of a long strip of paper through which small holes are punched. Ngunit ang isang mahabang strip na papel kung saan ang maliliit na butas. Ang electromechanical device is one that has both electrical and mechanical processing. Ngunit ang device ay karaniwang nagsasangkot ng isang electrical signal na lumilikha ng mechanical na paggalaw o isang mechanical na paggalaw na lumikha ng isang electrical signal. So meaning to say, naa sila'y ang electromechanical device, it's also a convert to both electrical and mechanical processing. Ang punched card tabulating machine naman ay electromechanical machine designed to assess the summarizing information stored on punch cards. So meaning to say, ang kaning machine card tabulating machine mo ni ang sidyang isa siyang electromechanical but summarizing information stored on punched card siya. Then invented by Hermann, the machine was developed to help process data for the 1890s US Census. Sinusubaybayan nito ang numbers of card na nagkaroon ng bilog sa isang particular na lokasyon. Next naman, number 4. Early electronic computing no 1930s and 1940s. We have Conrad Zuse, 1930s and 1940s, created the Z3, one of the first electromechanical binary programmable computers. So, agkaning gi-invento ni Conrad mo ni ang Z3. So, meaning to say, na ako'y i-share about iyang gi-invented. We have a UNIAC or electronic numerical integrator and computer. Mo ni ang the first programmable general purpose electronic digital computer built during World War II by the United States. So si Conrad Zuse noong 1930s and 1940s, he was created the Z3 or the first electromechanical binary programmable computers. Mo ni siya ang nag-invent. Next naman ay si Alan Turing noong 1936 developed the concept of the theoretical computing machine, now known as the Turing machine, which laid the foundation for modern computing theory. So meaning to say, ang kang Alan Turing noong 1936, he developed the theoretical computing machine known as Turing machine. Mo ni siya ang a computing machine can use a predefined set of rules to determine a result from a set of input variables. Next is Colossus. No, 1944, designed by Alan Turing and others. It was the world's first programmable digital computer used for code breaking during World War II. So, kang Colossus noong 1944, mo ni ang the world's first programmable digital computer used for code breaking, so meaning to say about the code breaking. During World War II, code breaking is process of decoding a coded message or system in order to understand the convert information. So meaning to say ang iyang gi-invent na code breaking is about the encoding message or the convert information. Next, one of the earliest general-purpose electronic digital computers. So, ang kaning kaniyak is mo ni ang two person na nag-design aning electronic numerical integrator and computer. Ang UNIVAC 1 noong 1951 also by the two person we have Eckerd and Mauchline mo ni ang UNIVAC 1 become the first commercially produced computer. So ang meaning to say ang UNIVAC is Universal Automatic Computer. Next is transistorized computing. No 1950s and 1960s. We have John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley. No 1947, invented the transistor, a smaller, more reliable replacement for vacuum tube, enabling the development of smaller and faster computers. Meaning to say, ang kanang transistorized computing no 1950s and 1960s mo ni ang the three person nag-inventor. We have John and Walter and William. No 1947 are invented the transistor. Ang transistor is a type of semiconductor device that can be used to conduct and insulate electric current or voltage. Meaning to say, a kanang transistor is all about electric current or voltage niya. Ang transistor is used to control or regulate the flow of electronic signals.
Integrated circuit era. So it started on 1960s to 1970s. So Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce in 1960 independently invented the integrated circuit or the microchip. So it led to miniaturization. So it means that it is the process of making something very small using modern technology that increase its computing power. So in IBM system or 360. So IBM is also called as International Business Machine Operating System 360. So they are the one who introduced compatible computers that can make software more portable. So the eighth one is microprocessor revolution that started in 1970s to 1980s. So when we say microprocessor, it is a computer process or where data, process, logic, and control is included in a single circuit. So it can also function as the brain of the personal desktop computer. So Intel and 404, 1971 are the first one who marked the beginning of the microcomputer era. So Apple 1 and 2 in 1976 and 1977 was being developed by Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs that helped popularize personal computing.
These periods and inventors represent just a fraction of the rich history of computer development. Subsequent periods include advancements in microcomputers, the rise of personal computing, the development of graphical user interfaces, and the expansion of the Internet, leading to the modern digital age.
So the second inventor is Howard Aiken. So his invention is Harvard Mark I electromechanical. So it is best known for his first machine, the IBM, or the Automatic Sequence Control Calculator, or also called as the Harvard Mark I. While the third one is George Stibitz. His invention is complex number calculator electromechanical. So he builds the first electromechanical computer in America and thus the first demonstration of remote computing. Ages pre-20th century, early concept and mechanical calculators. So ancient times to late 19th century. So the first inventor is Blaise Pascal. So he invented the first mechanical calculator to help his father's work collecting taxes. So the device is called Pascaline. So Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz built a machine called the step reckoner in 1964 based on the design of the step drum. So it can be used in calculating engine of a class of mechanical calculator. So it can perform two operations, which is the addition and subtraction. So the third one is Charles Babbage. So his invention is difference engine. So in 1837, Babbage had come up a new idea. So he called it analytical engine, and it was the first machine ever designed with the idea of programming. And the last one is Ada Lovelace. So she is also called as Ada King. So sa paghimo niya sa iyang digital computer, iyang kauban si Charles Babbage. And tungod sa iyang invention nga computer program, natawag siya nga na first computer programmer.
Mid-20th century, first generation computers and vacuum tubes. Ages 1940 to early 1950s. Inventors or contributors were John Presper Eckert and John Mauchly. They made the ENIAC electronic computer. Alan Turing made the Turing machine and theoretical foundations, and John von Neumann, who discovered the von Neumann architecture. In the late 20th century, transistors and integrated circuits were engineered by J. Kilby and Robert Noyce, along with an IBM 360 series, early mainframes, and DEC CD CPDP-8 by Grace Hopper. As you can see, it has a lot of toggles, wires, and and toggles and like toggles and switches to control whatever they're engineering. In the 1970s, microprocessors and personal computers are finally found. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak found Apple I and Apple II personal computers, and Gary Kildall for CP/M. They found the foundation of the computers that we are using now, the first stages. 1980s, rise of PC industries and GUI. This is where Microsoft, Apple, Word for Macintosh, and Richard Stallman's GUI were found, and free software foundation comes to play. In the 1980s, this is the secondary stages of the software we're using, such as Microsoft, Apple, and Microsoft Word for Macintosh, to be specific. 1990s, Internet and the World Wide Web, aka WW. This is the current software that we are using right now. The World Wide Web was found by Berners-Lee, the Mosaic web browser by Meir Andresen, Linus kernel by Linus Torvalds, Sergey Brin and Larry Page found the Google search engine.
Fleet Z3 became operational in May 1941. Features. This generation used vacuum tube for electron components. These computers were large, consumed and lot of power, generate a significant amount of heat, and were prone to frequent failure. Second generation, 1950s and 1960s. Transistor. Inventors: John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley invented the transistor in 1947, which revolutionized computer technology. Key features: transistors replaced vacuum tube, leading to smaller, more reliable, and fast computers. As a result, computers became more accessible and could be used for a wide range of applications.
Next is we will be tackle the history of computer generations of computing. We have a third generation in 1960s and 1970s integrated circuits with ICs. Inventor Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce are credited with independently developing the integrated circuit in the late 1950s. Key features: integrated circuit allows multiple transistors and other components to be fabricated on a single piece of semiconductor material. This leads to further miniaturization and improved performance. So, again, third generation in 1960s and 1970s integrated circuits, moni ang sila Jack and Robert are inventor the integrated circuit. In years 1950s was developing the circuit to allow multiple transistor to be fabricated. So meaning to say sila ang nag-invento aning integrated circuit. Next is fourth generation in 1970s and 1980s. Microprocessors. Inventor Lead Hove and his team and Intel developed the first microprocessor, the Intel No. 4004 in 1971. Key features: microprocessors combined the CPU and other components on a single chip, making computers even smaller and more powerful. This led to the rise of personal computers. So meaning to say, on this fourth generation in 1970s and 1980s, what is microprocessors? This Ted Hove and his team was developed of the first microprocessor. Ang microprocessors combine the CPU or computer processor where the data processing logic and control including on a single integrated circuit, basically the brain of the computers, meaning to say a kaning microprocessor mo ni combined to the CPU. Mo ni siya ang computer processor na nag-collect og data processing logic and to control the integrated circuits or more of the brain of the computer. Next is fifth generation in 1980s and until present. All and beyond. Inventors. This generation is characterized more by advancement in software and artificial intelligence rather than specific inventors. key features. The fifth generation focuses on all natural language processing and parallel processing. Computers have become immensely powerful, enabling complex tasks like speech recognition, machine learning, and deep learning. On this fifth generation in 1980s until present now, again all and beyond. So meaning to say, on this period of fifth generation computers refers to the latest computers that are based on artificial intelligence and can process massive amounts of data and high speed. So meaning to say, nagkaanam-anam og improve ang mga devices like laptop, mga mobile or smartphone. So nagkaanam-anam sila og processing og develop sa mga kada generation, and gi-invento pa nila. We have ang mga kuan sila kanang amount of data og high speed sa kada limit nila, and we have artificial intelligent gadgets dyan. Next is, it is important to note that these generations aren't strict divisions but rather represent periods of significant technological advancement. Additionally, there are virtues, other contributors, and inventions throughout the history of computers that have collectively shaped the field into what it is today. So meaning nagkaanam-anam ang mga develop sa atong gikan sa una hantud karon nga 20th centuries, nag-anam-anam ang mga technology na kagaya ng mga computers, nag-anam-anam og kanang processing na mapabilis ang high quality sa mga devices.